It is the month when normally clean-shaven men put down their razors and start to grow a moustache to help raise money and get people talking about men's health. It is Movember. It kicks off today. It started 15 years ago with just 30 men. Now, around 5 million take part.
Well, to get the ball rolling this year, celebs, including our own Ben Shephard, have been modelling some of the more iconic moustache looks. I love it. To give you some inspiration for this 4 weeks ahead. It's a 4-week period. We're joined now by Ben Miller, Clarke, Carlisle and Iwan Thomas, who are all supporting Movember. Now, this is serious. Men in this country die 6 years ahead of women, and one of the big causes of that, if not the main cause, is that they are simply not self-health aware. We live in denial as men.
That's right. I'm not sure why we're like that, but we're not great at talking about our health issues, are we, really?
No.
I'm not sure where that comes from, exactly.
I think it's something to do with our masculinity.
Yeah.
You know, if we walk into... here, I'm going to get hate mail about this, but if you were to walk into a wall, you'd go, ow, ouch, oh! And if we do that, we go, no, I'm fine, absolutely fine, and you go down the corner.
Didn't happen.
I'd cry if I walked. I think, for myself and Clarke, coming from a very macho sporting world, perhaps, it's very difficult for me. When I had a lot of injuries, I went through a lot of dark years, and I didn't want to talk about it because, in my eyes, it was a sign of weakness, and I was showing I had a chink in my armoury. So not only was I not physically fit because I was injured, mentally I had a little bit of a weakness there, and I didn't want to give any rivals anything, and I didn't want my mum and dad and people to worry about me, but I wish I had spoken more.
Well, some of us here have lost our fathers. I lost my dad when he was 49. He came home one day. He was a journalist. He came home. I've got a picture of him, I think. He came home one day and just simply collapsed. He had a heart attack. Now, the post-mortem revealed that his cholesterol was through the ceiling. There were other issues as well, all of which, back in 1977, would have been picked up by a routine check. If he'd gone at 45, 4 years before he died, for a routine check, the kind of stuff we're talking about, he wouldn't be dead today, probably. He'd probably still be with us. And you...
What a handsome man. What a shame.
He was a lovely guy.
He was 40. He hadn't even reached 50.
49.
And how old were you when he died?
I was on my first honeymoon. I was 21.
How did it impact you?
Hammer blow. I mean, because I'd seen him 2 days before at the wedding. You know, it was heavy. But if he'd gone for checks, it would have been fine. Well, and you lost your dad?
I lost my father, 7 years ago to prostate cancer. It's one of the reasons that Movember is very important to me, because it's all men's health issues, you know, so mental health, but also testicular cancer and prostate cancer.
Do you think that he got it because he didn't, quote, self-examine?
Well, I mean, he was found quite late,
right?
And that's never good, is it?
No.
You know, so he was. I mean, he was lucky that he went to get the test when he did, because he did survive 10 years after his diagnosis.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
But again, the earlier you can get tested for prostate cancer, the better. And they say 45 if you've got a history in your family, you know, 50. I got my first test at 50. It's good to get a baseline, basically, of your PSA, so you can then, when you get tested later on, you can see if there's something wrong.
Well, you both readily identified the progression in Movember. You know, we focus on our physical health, and the physical and mental and emotional health are inextricably linked. So people going through cancer, going through serious illness, there is a massive knock-on effect for their mental health, and this is where men particularly struggle. You know, we have that identity about what it is to be a man, the machismo and all the rest of it. It's utter rubbish. You know, you're talking about grief for yourself, losing your father and yourself, Ben. There are moments in every man's life where he needs a bit of help. He needs to vent, he needs to offload, and that's what we need to be here for each other for.
Because suicide is a big cause of death.
6,000, over 6,000 each year, all preventable, majority men, you know, and I've attempted my own life on several occasions, but the thing is we're talking about disaster there. We don't want guys to get to disaster. This is what this is about. Let's open up before we get there.
It's okay not to be okay, I think, and that is a problem.
Definitely.
A lot of people don't talk because they think no one will understand, or from the outside, or my life looks rosy, or your life's going well. People think, what's he got a reason to be depressed about or down? But we all have our own demons. You need to talk. Who's
the best person, Clarke? You know, your struggles have been very public.
Yes.
Who is the best person to turn to?
I can't tell you. You know, you need to know your own life. The thing is, for someone like me, I've told everyone, you don't have to be like me. You just need to tell someone. I was speaking with Heather in makeup. She said she's had the most fantastic conversations with taxi drivers. And, you know, to the taxi driver, it's easy for them because they think they might never see this person again.
You know what? I tell you what.
But they've
Heather,
offloaded.
in makeup, is a very good person to talk to
She's
as
an
well.
incredible woman, changing lives on a daily basis.
Exactly right.
And do you think, having made the decision to speak up about your own suicide attempts, Has that moved you away from them forever, do you think? Are you, in that sense, better now?
It's an ongoing journey for me. I have to be cognizant of where I am on a daily basis.
Right.
Make sure that I'm maintaining my wellness.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be like that. For, you know, if you can make this self-awareness a daily journey for you, then you don't need to put in the disaster recovery that I have.
And just getting back to the physical aspect of this, I mean, you know, to my shame, about a month ago, through the post, I got the bowel cancer testing kit. Yeah. And I'm kind of slightly embarrassed to do it, you know, which is ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah,
but a slight, it's still on the shelf in the downstairs loo.
Do it today then, when you get home.
Exactly.
Do it today.
Is it a hook in your mind as well? Do you keep thinking, oh, I should do it,
Yes.
but I've not done it?
Yes.
I went and got my early diabetes checked the other day. You know, got diabetes in both sides of the family, Afro-Caribbean background. They gave me the all clear. Happy days. I'm on Ben and Jerry's tonight, or any other.
But one of the reasons people don't do these tests is because they're actually afraid that the test will come back that they've got something. I mean, that's the irony of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Where the best thing possible is early detection.
Exactly.
So,
To
in
know
other words,
exactly
all
what
news
you're
is good
working
news,
with.
actually.
Yeah.
Getting a negative response is obviously the best news, but getting an early diagnosis is not... It's better than ignoring it. So all news, actually, if you think about it, is good news.
Yeah.
You and you talked about the fact that when you're a sports person, actually it's harder sometimes to speak out. I mean, mental health problems, possibly physical health problems as well, sort of sometimes disproportionately hit sportsmen in particular after they finish, because you've had this hugely structured life and then all of a sudden some people are at a bit of a loss, aren't they?
Especially when it's taken away early. So for me, I mean, I would have loved to have finished my career on a high note, won a medal somewhere, stood on the rostrum, then retired. But I had lots of injuries. From the age of 24, I started fizzling away. And it became clear to me that I couldn't handle training full-time. I was never going to get back to being the good athlete I once was.
Were you plagued by if-onlys?
Just lots of injuries and not listening to my body when I should have done so. And then there is like, hang on, I'm 24, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? I need to do something, but I really wanted to be that athlete still. And I had to accept I wasn't going to be the athlete, but I had no identity. I didn't know what I was going to be. So I went through lots of years where I didn't talk about it, and I'm good now. I still get my days where I think to myself, right, I'm not feeling great. And what I do, I go out and go for a run, or I drag myself to the gym, or I surround myself with good people, because there's so much negativity in this world, whatever walk of life you're in. And it's easy to focus on the bad things in life, but I think you have to try and find that little bit of sunshine in your life, focus on the good things. And it is hard to get out of a rut when you're feeling low, but find people or find something that helps you.
But I agree with the kind of action this day approach. I mean, most of my life I've suffered a bit from anxiety in the mornings. I don't know why. I wake up and I don't feel great. Rarely do I wake up feeling good. And I found the answer to it is to get up and attack the day.
Yeah.
And usually within half an hour to an hour, that little cloud has gone, you know. But you have to get out of bed and go for it.
And that's the worst bit, the first step, actually getting up and thinking, right, for me, it's going, as I said, exercise helps me feel good. Sometimes I don't want to go to the gym, I don't want to run, but I think, hang on, the guys in the gym are great.
Do it.
We have fun. I get down
It's
there.
finding what works for you. Yours getting out of bed, yours is going for a run. You know, that loss, that transition, it's not just athletes. We find it with the armed forces. We find it with people, retirement, transitioning jobs, or even as basic as a relationship finishing. You know, understand what's going on for you in that situation, find out what works for you to get you out of it.
Guys, thank you very much indeed.
I feel, do you know what? I feel slightly emotional because I think listening to all four of you, strong men, talking about your vulnerability is going to have a massive impact on people out there who think, I should be a man about this, but I'm suffering.
Can I just say, Movember.com, go to the website. If you can donate, it's a great charity, please do.
You
It
took
really
words
is.
out of my mouth. Movember.com.
Do you want to put your moustaches back on?
Yeah, why not?
Mine's already in progress.
Yeah.
It's like Desperate Dan.
All righty, guys.
There we go.
Thank you very much
And is that the
indeed.
reason that you didn't shave this morning, Richard? Are you
No,
going to do
this is-
Movember?
no, but I suppose I could let it go. But
It's definitely a reason why I didn't shave this morning.